Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining our presentation, Live the Canadian Dream and Study at University Canada West. It truly is a Canadian dream to be able to study and live in Vancouver and explore all that the city has to offer, as well as our wonderful institution right here at the heart of downtown Vancouver. My name is Vince Watson, and today I'm going to be going through uh, an overview of University Canada West, sharing information about our programs, student services, opportunities available while studying with us. And today I'm also going to be showing you guys an exclusive sneak preview of our brand new Vancouver House campus. So before I go into that, I'm just going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to uh, put my presentation in presentation mode there so you guys can see my slides, and I will move things right along. So first, we're going to share about University Canada West. As I mentioned, our programs, student services. We're going to touch on career opportunities as well as our next generation hub. And then from there, we're going to transition to speaking about Vancouver and what makes Vancouver so great and exciting. And then from there, we're going to go right into our campus tour video. And then we'll get into your next steps. So first and foremost about University Canada West. So as you can see, we've got two beautiful campuses located right at the heart of downtown Vancouver. And on our two campuses, we represent over 90 different countries and currently have an enrollment of 4,000 plus students and growing rapidly. So our university has only been around since 2004, and we have been doing some great things towards innovation, towards incorporating technology within our curriculum. So I'll speak a little bit about that a little bit later. But one of the ways that shows is we've recently been ranked as top 10 best online university in Canada for 2021. So when you think about the number of universities that exist across Canada, and to think that our young university that's still very much growing, still very much innovating, is already ranked in the top 10. And this is extremely important considering the challenges brought on by the pandemic and how we've had to innovate to virtual learning. So we've always offered online courses, but as you know, virtual learning does look a little bit different. So one of the reasons we've been ranked in the top 10 is because of our holistic approach to our student services, to our online curriculum, and the engagement opportunities that we provide to help you stay connected with not only the university, but have an opportunity to connect with peers, which we all know is so important during this time, and we don't get enough of that experience with everyone working from home. So moving right along, just a little bit about our student demographics. As you can see, fairly equal amongst male and female on our campus. So you'll see about 54% women, 46% men. And you'll see a wide range of different age groups that study with us. We have students as young as 15 years old, all the way up to 59 years old. And so those students, those younger students in particular, they can take some of our micro credentials or short-term courses. So these courses allow you to develop yourself in a specific area. For example, if you're looking to learn more about cryptocurrency, we actually offer 8 weeks micro credential course that's going to give you all the tools that you need to learn more about that. We also offer marketing credentials through the Digital Marketing Institute. Those courses are also embedded within our curriculum. So again, something to offer everyone. And as a result, you can see here we have anywhere from 16 all the way up to 59-year-olds who are likely pursuing our Masters of Business Administration degree program. So the fun stuff, accreditations, You guys probably not too much interested in this, but this is something that's very important just to let you guys know that we are a globally accredited university. So our programs, you're able to go anywhere within the world and your degree will be respected as a globally accredited degree. Um, so let's get right to the point. What makes us different? What makes us unique? And why you should choose to study with us here at University Canada West. So I'm going to just stop my video and focus on the slides here for your convenience. So first and foremost, flexible intake. So unlike your traditional university that offers 3 semesters year round, we offer 4 different terms throughout the year. So January, April, July, and October. And the reason why this is helpful is because then you can speed through that degree program. So maybe you don't want to take breaks throughout the year and you want to excel to try to wrap up that degree as fast as you can. You have that opportunity to complete a 4 year degree in 3 years because you have more terms per year in order to take courses. And that's going to also be extremely valuable to those of you who want to wrap up your undergraduate degree and maybe start working right away without that affecting your post grad work permit. So lots of flexibility provided by our flexible intakes. We also have experienced faculty from all around the world with real world experience. These are seasoned professionals who are former directors, entrepreneurs, business owners, who are not only going to be able to teach you business through the curriculum, but be able to provide insight that you otherwise might not have been able to tap into because they've learned from experience. So they're going to be able to share with you real life examples of how to apply some of the things that you're learning in the classroom. And that transitions to my next point, proven employability. So, I mean, we are all going to university to better ourselves, better our lives, better our careers, do more for ourselves and our families. And so, employability is a huge part of that. And so you can feel confident that you are going to be set for success coming out the gate because currently 100% of our MBA students are finding employment within the first 6 months after graduation. And so this is significant because, you know, once you do graduate, that clock starts to tick right away in terms of your post grad work permit. So to be able to find relevant uh, career opportunities right out of school, it just gives you that peace of mind to be able to settle your nerves and be able to just focus on, you know, starting your career. So postgraduate work permit, I touched on it a little bit. For those of you who have questions about that, just to clear that up, all of our programs do qualify for a postgraduate work permit. So we have undergraduate and we have graduate programs. All of our degree programs do qualify for that. So you have that convenience. And speaking of convenience, you are able to study with us on campus or online. Right now, due to the pandemic, our campuses are closed, but we are set to reopen in the fall semester. So for those of you who are super excited to be on campus with us, you will have that opportunity later this year. And I mentioned flexible intakes leads to faster completion. So, you know, if you're motivated students, you can wrap up pretty early. But I can't move forward without speaking about financial support. So we are one of the only institutions across Canada that actually offers international students with scholarships, grants, and awards. And some of these are based on regional awards, so you don't even have to apply for them. Depending on where you're studying with us from, you automatically qualify based on your region. Then we also have academic excellence. Let's say you're an honor student or you're a top student. We provide additional support for you through academic excellence scholarships. So if you do have questions about any of this information, I encourage you to note those questions. And at the end of the presentation, I would love to be able to answer as many of them as I can. And then you can also connect with me in the chat later on. So moving right along to our next slide. Here, you're going to be able to find what you need. I mentioned prime location. So our two campuses at the heart of downtown Vancouver makes it easy for you to get to campus, not only get to campus, but be close to everything, nearby amenities. You're going to be close to the beach, the shopping district, restaurants, you name it. If you haven't been to Vancouver before, it is an absolutely breathtaking city, top 10 city in North America for sustainability. But I won't give it all away. I'll save some of that for later on, and I'll continue with some of our unique points. Technology focused. So as I mentioned, we collaborate with digital leaders such as the Digital Marketing Institute. So what this means essentially is that while you're pursuing your degree program, right, you have your courses that are required of you. But then because of our collaboration with our digital leaders, we are able to offer these courses within your program. So you can take these um, during your degree. So not only earning a degree, but also upping your skills in marketing, customer relationship management, project management, and all of those little things that are very important to showcasing your employability and finding a position right away. Our small class sizes, they help to create a more intimate interactive learning environment where you're able to connect with not only your peers, but your professor is accessible as well. And so a little bit more hands-on approach to learning. And that's why we pride ourselves on being student-centric with our services and with our teaching. So I'll just breeze through this quickly. We are located on the DLI list, and you would have all of that information in your confirmation of enrollment letters that you can use for all of your immigration needs and such. Another one that I know a lot of students worry about, with the uncertainty of the pandemic, am I guaranteed a refund? Yes, you will be guaranteed a refund. Um, as long as you are able to provide the evidence that is required to receive the refund. So 100% refund guarantee. And as I mentioned before, all of our programs qualify for postgraduate work permit, so you can get to working right away after wrapping up your studies. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into our programs, and I'm going to move pretty quickly through this stuff just because there's so much information, and I really want to get to this campus tour video so you guys can have a better idea of what our learning environment looks like. So first and foremost, as I mentioned, we have undergraduate programs, graduate degree program in our MBA, but then we also have preparatory programs. And I'll speak a little bit about our preparatory programs first. So for example, our MBA Foundation, maybe you're a student with an undergraduate degree, but however, you may not have a business background, or you may be lacking in some areas of what's required for direct entry into MBA. The MBA Foundation program provides an opportunity, somewhat as a stepping stone, for you to come in and take foundation courses that you need in order to set yourself up for success and prepare for transitioning into the MBA. So if you guys do have questions about that, feel free to connect with me and I'd love to answer those. So first and foremost, our Bachelor of Commerce, 4-year degree program, globally accredited. And this is for those students who are focused on accounting. If you want to get into accounting, this is a great program for you. Also, if you're just looking to pursue a degree to support you in your development of business communications, this is also another great option. And another thing that makes this program interesting is that students who are interested in the CPA, so that's your Chartered Professional Accountants designation. So courses, one or more courses that are missing from the CPA professional education program, you can complete the equivalent coursework through the Bachelor of Commerce here at University Canada West. So just to break that down and make it a little bit more simple. So most people who study accounting to pursue becoming a CPA, a chartered professional accountant. So essentially, you do not necessarily need to major in accounting to pursue a CPA designation. And in fact, some of the courses that are required of you to complete for that designation is offered within the undergraduate degree program. Next up is our Bachelor of Arts in Business Communication. So this is going to help you to develop your core skills in writing, research. It's going to help you to learn and apply communication methods and learn helpful business problem solving skills. And it's going to help you to create ethically and legally sound content. Just developing your knowledge of media and cultural studies and such is really going to help to be able to do that. So that's another undergraduate program option available. And then our Associate of Arts. This is a 2-year degree program, and we have 8 areas of focus. So perhaps you're interested in starting university, you want to move to Canada, but you don't exactly know which area you're most interested in, or which direction you want to go. This is an opportunity for you to have the flexibility to try new things within business, right? As you can see, accounting, economics, management, um, hospitality and tourism, psychology, you name it. So, a 2-year degree, not a 4-year commitment, right? So, an opportunity for you to get 2 years under your belt of university level courses. And also, if you want to start working following your degree, you can do so. Or if you want to use this degree to transition your credits into your 4-year bachelor's degree program, this Associate of Arts uh, transitions into both the BCom and the BA. So again, lots of flexibility and lots of options for you to think about when thinking about studying abroad and moving to Canada. Okay, so entry requirements for undergraduate program. So I'll just go through this really quickly and we can have a more detailed conversation later. So basically, grade 12. And for international students, we're looking for completion of high school or secondary school. And also, you're going to need academic IELTS of 6.5 or better, right? And as I mentioned, we have university access programs. If you are a student who needs help with English proficiency requirements, we have programs as well as we have partners that can help you to get qualified to study with us. So with that said, I'm going to go right into our Master of Business Administration. A lot of interest. This is one of the top MBA programs across Canada. It's a 2-year program, 15 courses, and you acquire specific knowledge and skills for leadership, marketing, and finance. Those are the main focus areas. But within your MBA, you're going to have an opportunity to participate in project management, team projects. You're also going to have an opportunity to connect with industry professionals. There's lots to take away from this program to really give you that core competency of critical thinking, persuasive communication, and just general leadership and business ethics that's going to give you the confidence to really go after those manager roles and really set yourself up for success. And as I mentioned, globally accredited. So whether you choose to continue with us here in Canada to start your career or you decide to go abroad, you're going to have a degree that's going to be well respected around the world. So business courses, powered by the latest technology. I mentioned we incorporate technology within our courses, and this is how we help to make sure that our students are employable coming out of university. They not only have a degree, but they're up to speed with the latest technology. So you can see Shopify, Trailhead is one of the biggest CRM in the world in terms of training and development. We have the Digital Marketing Institute, as I mentioned earlier, Facebook, just to name a few. And there's many more as well, but we just wanted to highlight some of our top collaborators. And so the entry requirement for the master's program, you're going to need a bachelor's degree from a recognized university with a cumulative GPA of 3.0 on a 4.33 scale. This is very important depending on where you're coming to us from. We hear students often say, "Oh, but I have a 3.0. Why am I being why do I need foundation?" This is very important. It's a 3.0 out of a 4.33 scale. So depending on your country, depending on your university, the grading scale may be different. So we would work with you to transfer and calculate your grading scale on a 4.33 scale. So here's a little bit about the admission requirements. As I mentioned, so much to get to. If you guys do have questions about this, definitely connect with us in the chat. Definitely post your questions here in the Q&A. I'd love to answer them. And I mentioned the MBA Foundation. So this is a preparatory program, 3 months. If you're looking to go into the MBA program, this is a great opportunity for you to start off in the foundation. It's going to include courses in business and academic writing, quantitative skills for business, and economics from a business perspective. So again, business fundamental business courses that are going to be setting you up for success. And I mentioned a little bit about our university access program. If you're looking to meet those English requirements, this is an opportunity for you to come into a UAP program, 3 months, and develop your English proficiency before starting your bachelor's or associates or even your MBA. Now let's jump to the fun stuff and what makes us one of the top 10 universities for online learning. It's our dedicated student services team. So we have a team who's actually dedicated to the COVID-19 support. So they stay on top of news. They stay on top of announcements from the government, funding opportunities, you name it. We have a team that's dedicated to keeping an eye on what's developing with the COVID-19 situation. And so we stay ahead of the curve in terms of communicating with our staff as well as our students and ensuring their safety. We have a peer-to-peer program where you can learn from peers. In fact, each university student is partnered with a peer leader upon their first term here at University Canada West. And what that does, it breaks down some of those barriers. Sometimes maybe you don't want to go to an academic advisor. Sometimes it's something that you know that your peer might have gone through transitioning to university. And so it's important for peers to be supported by peers. And we have a great team of peer leaders who do just that. We have academic advising, so they're gonna make sure you've got all the courses you need, you're moving along on time to graduate. We have the Career Development Center if you need help with your resume, cover letter, interview tips. If you need help, just doing a mock interview to kind of build that confidence, whatever you need in terms of career development, we offer those services. We also offer weekly workshops for your convenience. So during the week, while you're studying, if you want to drop into If you want to drop into a workshop that's focused on, resume building, or if you want to drop into a workshop that's focused on, networking tips, whatever it may be, the schedule is sent to students every Friday, as well as it's available in your My UCW portal. So you have up-to-date information on what's happening each week. And with that, we also have our Center for Learning Success, which we provide a variety of different resources and tools through the center to make sure that students are progressing in the right direction. So we support our students all the way up from orientation right through to graduation. Library services are there. As I mentioned, we have social activities on a weekly basis, virtually, obviously, until further notice. You're also able to make virtual appointments with any of these services that I mentioned: writing coaches, tutors, academic advising, international student advisor, you name it, they are accessible. You may not be able to meet with them in person on campus, but you can set up an appointment any day of the week. And we also give you the tools, as I mentioned. So Grammarly Premium and Microsoft Office 365. So you've got everything that you need to get those projects done. This is a free service that's available to every UCW student. So your Excel, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, all of those tools to make those presentations look nice and professional, you will have it available to you. Home away from home. So UCW has partnered with forstay.com for off-campus housing for students. So if you need support finding a home away from home, we have support for you. So this is something that we could talk about as well a little bit later on in terms of helping you to get the right accommodation option um, prior to arriving in Canada. So these are some of the scholarships we have for domestic students. As I mentioned, academic excellence, we've got a foundation study grant, but we also, as I mentioned, offer a wide variety of scholarships specifically for international students. And as I mentioned, we are one of the only Canadian universities that does this. So here's just a short list for you. Pathway to Knowledge Bursary. So if you're transferring to our university from from your previous university, we have scholarships to support that. And then I mentioned some of those regional scholarships that you don't even have to apply for. It just all depends on where you're studying with us from. So look at that. We've got a Middle East regional grant. You're studying, maybe you're coming here from Europe. We've got a European grant. America's tuition. Oh my goodness. If you are a student from North America, South America, Central America, or the Caribbean, we have something especially for you. It's called the America's Tuition. And what it does is essentially it reduces your tuition fees to almost the equivalent of what a Canadian student pays to study with us. And the reason why we do this is to alleviate some of those barriers, to make, you know, studying abroad and studying here in Canada at UCW, just make it a little bit more accessible for students. We know the cost that's associated with international study, from visa applications, finding accommodation, providing, proof of income and funding and paying your tuition fees and so on and so forth. And not to mention some of you who may be considering, traveling to Canada with your family, right? So again, this is some of the ways that we help to just make that transition just a little bit less stressful for prospective students. So in terms of career development center and career opportunities, I kind of touched on it before, but I wanted to go into some more details. And here it is for you. So resumes and cover letter, interview skills, career advising, accessing the hidden job markets. Some of you may have a unique idea or a unique interest. Is there a job for that? Is there a demand for that? We can work with you to make those assessments. Personal branding. So, in today's society, that is so important. establishing a personal brand. So we would help work with you to do just that. Set you up a LinkedIn account, get you connecting and networking, and volunteering and meeting, industry professionals. We have panel discussions with with career experts. So again, here, just a short list, but a wide variety. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. And so, where do our students work? We mentioned where uh, our collaborators are from, but here are where our students end up. So, you can see some of the top industries there. We've got Apple, CIBC, which is a global banking system, RBC, which is the largest bank, the number one bank here in Canada, and Amazon, just to name a few. So, as you can see, some top name companies. Is where where our students are ending up after graduation. And working as a student, you will have the opportunity to do so. So you may be eligible to work up to 20 hours while studying as an international student. So here are some of the things that you must do during that time. So you have to possess a valid study permit that includes a condition that says you can work off campus. And typically, this is uh, the same study permit that you would receive upon arrival to Canada. So your study permit is also your legal work permit. So right away upon arriving in Canada, you are legal to start working. So that's just some insider information for some of you who may not know that. You must be registered as a full-time student, obviously, and you must maintain satisfactory academic standing. Obviously, we don't want you to be working part-time and failing your courses or not doing well in your courses. So that's it. These are the three parameters that you have to adhere. And with that, you would be able to work part-time while studying. Next, I'm going to talk about our Next Generation Hub, where you can inspire, collaborate, and create. So, our Next Generation Hub is a space where students can engage with industry leaders, faculty experts, research organizations, startup companies, you name it. So, maybe you're an MBA student with an innovative business idea. Well, we've got a place to support that growth and the development of that idea. And it's called our Next Generation Hub. So if you guys want to learn more about this, again, feel free to connect with me. I'd love to share more about it. But just for the sake of time, I do want to continue on and be able to get to the campus tour video for you guys. So if you haven't been to Vancouver before, you guys are missing out. Um, it is an absolutely breathtaking city. And this photo right here on your screen is actually not too far from the campus. This is the waterfront area. That's about a 5-minute walk down the road from our campus. So just a few facts about Vancouver. It is the number one in North America for high tech job growth. So jobs are booming, which is why our students are getting employed right out the gate. Not only that, but Canada is the number one work destination in the world. So you have a country that's the number one work destination. And then within that country, you have the city where we're located, which is the number one for job growth. So, I mean, you guys can do the math there. Um, Moving right along, we're also number one for best country in the world. And this is a ranking by US News and World Report. So, I mean, when you think about the number of number of countries around the world, to think that we stand at the top. I mean, I'm really honored and extremely privileged to live in this beautiful city and this beautiful country. And then to add to that, sustainability and healthy living has become such an important part of our everyday life. So in addition to being able to find a job, and in addition to be able to, pursue your dreams, you're also going to be doing all of that living in the country that's ranked number one for quality of life. So just some fun facts here. And, just to put it all into perspective, this is why we're calling it Live the Canadian Dream, because truly it is a dream. It's a dream to live in the number one country in the world, one of the best cities in the world, and study at one of the top 10 universities. And so, if you're thinking about coming to Canada, if you're thinking about making that leap of faith, definitely reach out to me. I would love to support you. I can provide you with much more information, but there has never been a better time for you to study in Canada. The government is also creating um, programs and bridging the gap to make things a little bit easier for students to not only come here and study with us, but also to have an equal and fair opportunity to remain in Canada and start their career. So, with that said, I'll just show you some beautiful images here. In Canada, most cities enjoy all four seasons. To be honest with you, here in Vancouver, it's probably the best city in terms of winters. There's no snow here. We get a little bit of rain throughout well, no, we get a lot of rain throughout the winter. But to be honest with you, I will take the rain over the snow any day of the week. But for those of you who may love the snow, I'm not knocking you, right? I have friends who love the snow. They go skiing, they go, you know, snowboarding, ice skating, like all of these things. So if that's what you're into, we have a space for you to be able to enjoy the outdoors and do just that. But if you want to mountain bike, if you want to hit the beach, if you want to go kayaking, everything is there for you and relatively close to you as well. So here's just a little map of things to do in our close by our campus. You can see we're not too far from the airport. Granville Island is right there across the bridge, and then we have our UCW Vancouver House campus right there in the middle. Right above that, we've got the UCW West Pender campus, not too far. But you can see just there's so much. There's Science World, Stanley Park. I mentioned the Gross Mountain. You can go skiing. So a little bit of everything for someone. Our West Pender campus. Here's a little look of our campus there, our main library, our front desk area when you come in. There's a quick look at the classroom areas there. But I want to show you guys our brand new Vancouver House campus. And I need you guys to bear with me just 1 second here because I'm going to share with you a video. Okay, so without further ado, what I'm going to show you guys now is our virtual campus tour. This is our brand new Vancouver House campus that was just opened in October of 2020. We haven't been able to start courses within the building because of the pandemic, so we're going to be doing our grand opening this fall once the restrictions and protocols have been lifted. But here is an exclusive sneak preview.
Hey everyone, my name is Nina and this is Vince. We are part of UCW's student recruitment team. Welcome to our brand new Vancouver House campus.
We're standing in the heart of downtown Vancouver. Vancouver House is the core of a new waterfront neighborhood called the Beach District. Just steps away from parks, beaches, and Vancouver Seawall, the world's longest uninterrupted waterfront path. Today, you'll get to see the unique architecture of Vancouver House, our student spaces, classrooms, and more. At 90,000 square feet, our campus can accommodate more than 3,400 students. Now let's head inside and take a closer look.
Before we go any further, let's make sure we complete our mandatory health check.
All right, let's go. We're now on the second floor. Welcome to our student hub, where our admissions team, student affairs, and finance teams will be able to answer your questions as soon as our campus reopens. All of these services are currently available online.
Let's continue our tour then. Let's head to the third floor. On the third floor, you'll find many modern, bright, and spacious classrooms. All of our classrooms are currently configured to ensure physical distancing and a safe environment for our students and faculty.
We're now entering one of my favorite areas in the whole campus, our student lounge. Right here, you'll find our academic advisors who can help you with any questions about your courses and your degree program. The student lounge area is the perfect space for you to have your lunch, work on your assignments, or just relax during your breaks. Speaking of relaxing, did you know that all the furniture throughout campus is manufactured in Canada?
Oh, really?
You bet.
Check out our study pods. These pods are located throughout the campus, and you can even book them for your group projects.
Okay, I think we should head up to the fourth floor.
You take the elevator?
No, I got a better idea. Our fourth floor features additional classrooms and 2 brand new computer labs. This is a great place to get some real work done.
From here, you can access my favorite part of the campus, our Innovation Hub. Follow me. Here at UCW, we bring innovation to the forefront of everything we do. This part of our campus will provide physical space for Innovation Hub and its initiatives. This is where local businesses and UCW communities meet.
This is also where you can get one of the best views of our other building. Our campus was designed by iconic architect Bjarke Ingels and is one of the highest profile developments in Vancouver's recent history. CNN described Vancouver House as one of the most anticipated buildings set to shape the world. Since then, it has captured the world's imagination and has won a number of design awards. Let's go check out the other building. On our campus, you'll find a number of essential amenities, such as grocery stores, a bank, pharmacy, cafes, and restaurants. You can head outside and take a nice stroll, or you can grab a bite someplace close.
Thank you so much for joining us on our campus tour today.
We can't wait to welcome you to our wonderful UCW community and meet you all in person as soon as it's safe to do so, right here on our Vancouver House campus. Stay safe. That's way too much.
Can you tell?
Thank you, Vince, for that video. I just want to jump in here and say we have about another minute or so for the remaining presentation. We have a
Okay.
couple of questions. Let's maybe
Okay.
get those 2 questions answered, and then we'll wrap up in about, I'll give you an extra 5 minutes, okay?
Okay. So I see first question here is anything about scholarships? Yes. So there, I showed you guys, this must have been an earlier question before I got to the scholarship slides. But there, we have lots of different scholarships, regional scholarships, scholarships for academic excellence. Some you have to apply for, some you don't have to apply for. It just depends on your region. If you want to learn more about scholarships, there's a link on our UCW booth. So there's a scholarship link with all the different international scholarships available. I encourage you to visit our booth, click on that link, it will take you to that web page, and then you can see all the specifics for each scholarship, or you can send me a question about a particular scholarship. Does university support by funding startups? So we are currently working on a program, an incubator program that we're expecting to launch as early as January. And yes, so basically, once that program is approved and we launch that program, we will be working with startup students, well, students or prospective students who run startups or are interested in a startup business to help them wherever they are in that development. If it's a brand new idea that you need to really develop the idea, we have the resources to do that. If it's something that you already have put together that you want to now finalize and take to market, we have the resources to do that and be able to help you with the funding side of that as well. May I know if you have a fully funded scholarship for international students? Yes, we do. We have quite a few actually, but for a fully funded, meaning 100% of your tuition is paid, you need to be a top scholar. This is not, these scholarships aren't going to just be for international students with average grades. You will need to show um, academic excellence and show that you're a top student to receive any of those fully funded scholarship awards. As I mentioned, we have regional scholarships that don't have anything to do with academic excellence. They may not be a full scholarship, but they will provide funding to alleviate you paying the total tuition fees. So again, full scholarships, connect with me about that, but you will need to show that you are a top student for consideration. Librarian, I wanted to get admissions to your institution. Okay, Thomas, send me a message in the chat. Let's talk about it. Let's see how I can support you with your application. Let's get the process going right away. Also, something important for you guys to know is that you have nothing to lose because we've waived the application fee. So because of the pandemic and we know the challenges that are surrounding that, why should you have to pay an application fee to go to university? So we've waived that. So you've got nothing to lose by applying and seeing what you would qualify for. Shamaya, a question here. Hi, I'm from Trinidad, and I was wondering what was the acceptance rate percentages, and does UCW take CAPE scores as credits? That's a very specific question, Shamaya. Send me a chat. Let's talk about it. In terms of the acceptance rate, as long as you meet the minimum admission requirements for your program, it's a strong likelihood that you will be accepted into the program. Our programs are non-competitive. So what that means is that you're not competing against other students for a spot in the program. As long as you meet the minimum admission requirements, right, that will guarantee you a seat in the program. If you don't meet the minimum admission requirements, then that's a different conversation. So Shamia, send me a message. Let's chat about that. Are there any dorms on campus or do you live outside of it? So we don't have a campus right now. I mean, we don't have dorms on campus right now. As I mentioned, we're a young university. This is our second campus building. We're still growing, we're still developing, but we do have partnerships um, with companies that can help students to find accommodation for a reasonable and affordable cost. So if that's something that you want to chat about, again, send me a message in the chat. Yes, our programs are mainly business. We are a business focused university. right? So all of our programs connect back to business. There may be some, hospitality, some psychology, some, a little bit of that mixed into it, but for the most part, we're a business focused university. What is the acceptance rate? I think I answered that one earlier. Send me a message. Let me know what program you're interested in. Let's work it out together. 90% above in grade 12, eligible for, oh yeah, that's really good. So we do have entrance scholarships. So if you've got that high of a grade point average, you likely would qualify for something. But let's get in touch and let's see what we can do.
I
Minimum,
do, sorry,
yeah,
Vince, to cut you off there.
no problem.
I do have to transition into our next session soon. So I just
Okay.
want to let everyone know, Vince is in his booth in the exhibit hall. So feel free to send him a message and communicate with him there. These are all really great questions, and I wish we
Yes.
had more time to go through them.
Yeah.
But
So thank you
definitely,
guys for all your questions. Thank you, Marco, for coordinating the presentation. As Marco mentioned, definitely feel free to connect with me. I'm here all day throughout the fair, guys. So I'm behind in the chat, excuse me, ready to answer your questions, ready to help you with your application and any support that you may need. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here today. We truly appreciate it, and we hope to hear from you soon.
thank you, everyone. Have a good one. Bye now.